You are so beautiful. Yes, you are. What? Did you think that I was referring to a female? Beautiful. Why is it that today the word beautiful is almost always synonymous with the word female or female image? Beautiful is not femininity, but femininity is beautiful. Beautiful is not masculinity, but masculinity is, well, I'll leave that for you to ponder on. Masculine, feminine. Is the word beautiful reserved for female beauty? What about male beauty? Yes, male beauty. Is that gay? No, of course not. Only someone that doesn't understand the English language would say such a thing. It is not the female that defines the word beautiful, nor is it masculinity that defines the word beautiful, but both femininity and masculinity can be beautiful. If you ask anyone what they would call a good-looking woman, they would say beautiful. Ask them what they would call a good-looking man, they would almost always say handsome. They avoid saying beautiful as though it is a taboo, it is forbidden. A man can't be beautiful, are you crazy? The definition of beautiful is very simple, pleasing the senses or mind aesthetically. A handsome man that pleases the senses or mind can't be beautiful, but a female that does can be. Does that make sense? No, of course not. Then why has our society stretched it to this extent where we can't compliment men for the same things that we can compliment females? What is the definition of handsome? Good looking. What? That's it? Just good looking? As compared to the definition of pleasing the senses or mind aesthetically? Okay then. Some social synonyms of beautiful are stunning, shining, glittery, awesome, sexy, and add on whatever picture you want in your mind to be beautiful. Yes, we are just good looking. And that's all we're taking with us. Beautiful is reserved only for the female creature, so we are told. We have this battered in our minds day in, day out. Not only men, but even females too. Females think that they're innocent angels that don't let off gas, don't excrete, and don't have any wrinkles. They make sure they wear bras because they wouldn't want you thinking their breasts are saggy now, would they? They're supposed to be beautiful. They get famous female stars to do lipstick commercials, and they make sure they use floodlights that make these stars seem pale, just to make sure not a single wrinkle shows. And this is after they have put on a ton of makeup on a makeup commercial. Wrinkles? Where's the beauty in that? Femininity can be beautiful, but so can masculinity be as beautiful, if not more so. Today's man has been sold a lie. Society via females and their white knights, media, educational institutions, and even government bodies, including the police, have caused men to think that they are lesser creatures than females. As a consequence, men have less motivation, less self-esteem, less dedication than what they should. Good-looking men that would rate an 8 out of 10 are made to feel as though they are a 4 out of 10, whilst females that are 4 out of 10 are made to feel as though they are an 8 out of 10. Men hate other men because they hate themselves. It could also be said to be true in the reverse order. Men hate themselves because they hate other men. It hasn't always been like this. Unfortunately, in our society, this is the way it is. If we respected other men, we would respect ourselves. If we respected ourselves, we would respect other men as well. In 2002, I went with my father to the Middle East. Part of the reason why we went there was to see our extended family. I remember my younger cousin, in his late teens, wrapping his arm around mine, and whilst we were walking through the streets, he would move our arms forward and backward. He was so happy, and I felt so awkward. To him and everybody around him, it was completely normal behaviour, but to me, it was like so gay. But now, 15 years later, he lives in Australia. He has been here for a few years. Would he still do that? No way! I've even spoken to him about that moment, and his face went slightly red. This is the society that we live in, a society that makes us hate ourselves and each other in a very methodical way. Makes us hate ourselves from the inside out and from the outside in. From the outside in meaning even visually. But we cannot let that happen to us. We need to recognize our external beauty because it can encourage our inner selves. I see many men walking with their shoulders slouching down and forward, some men even hiding under hats and glasses. These men are your average man who you can tell have been socially eroded to a point that they are now at. You can tell that they didn't start here, they ended here, but they are beautiful too. They just don't know it. They are told otherwise. When a male child is young, many will say to him or to others that he will grow up to be handsome, not beautiful. The young male child has grown now and is a teenager. He may get lucky and be called handsome here and there. Now this male is in his 20s. Handsome? What are you talking about? Consider a female in the same scenario. She is born beautiful, becomes a teenager, an adult, and still society calls her beautiful. But the man is different. Why? Did you forget what the definition of beautiful is already? Beautiful is not femininity, but femininity is beautiful. Beautiful is not masculinity, but masculinity is... Go on, I dare you, say it. Come on. Beautiful is not masculinity, but masculinity is beautiful. Was that hard? For most men, it is hard. It is because we are conditioned to even hate ourselves. We need to get rid of this pathetic mindset that causes us to become subservient to females when it is us that makes the world spin and rotate. We are beautiful. You are beautiful. I am beautiful. Say to yourself that you are beautiful because you are. Oh, she's easy on the eyes. Really? Why? Because you hate yourself. Why are you so blind? How can you not see all that makeup, the lights, the fake persona? Many of these females have been accidentally caught off guard by a video camera, only to then expose how nasty they can actually be, especially to one another. What's wrong with that guy having wide shoulders, toned muscles, good biceps? Oh, that's not beautiful, that's gay. But I have these things too, so I must not like myself. I cannot like myself. I must hate myself. I can only be handsome. That's the limit that society has given me, the social definition of handsome. The limit also includes an age factor which is capped at a man's teenage years. Wow! We all suffer from this problem and we can change this type of thought pattern, especially from our own perspective, and that's where it should begin. The other day I was at work and my colleagues and myself started talking about MGTOW issues. We were also talking about pictures, quality of cameras regarding megapixels and stuff, and I wanted to prove a point. I asked my mate if I could take a photo of him. He accepted. I also explained to him that I was doing this to prove a point to him, and I didn't make it too clear as to what the point was. I wanted to keep him curious. I asked him to take off his helmet, then his glasses. I asked him to stand in a solid and strong stance and put his shoulders up and snap. I took a photo. He asked me if he could see it and I said of course. I showed it to him and he was slightly freaked out. I could easily tell that even he himself didn't believe that he could look so good. It is because his self-esteem has been stolen away, his confidence robbed. And that's what makes all the difference. It was like Clark Kent had just become Superman, and it wasn't just about the glasses. We need to be Supermen for ourselves. A man can mentally support himself from the inside out, but the inner can be helped when that person knows that they are beautiful on the outside as well. This is extremely important for the individual. You need to accept that you are beautiful. Accepting this is a key to happiness. Beauty is defined by oneself. When you can do this, then you can accept that other men are beautiful as well. Why is accepting yourself as being beautiful a key to happiness? Because you need to stop being selfish to yourself. Your mind is not a vessel. Your mind is a universe. It is vast. Your body, however, is a vessel. You may have already noticed that I'm not talking about inner beauty, and some may get the wrong impression and may think that this comes off as narcissistic. But that couldn't be further from the truth. I'm not giving you anything. What I'm talking about is already there. You just need to accept it. It is your mind that can look after your body. Your body automatically confides in your mind. This vessel that you carry around is maintained by the mind. Therefore you, which is your mind or the voice or ear of your mind, have been entrusted with this vessel that we call the body. Without this vessel, then your mind cannot exist. Therefore, one cannot exist without the other. The beauty of the mind is another thing, and something that is awesome as well, and that would probably be better off spoken of in another video. You were beautiful, and knowing this gives your vessel more value, specifically from your own mind's point of view, which is more important than anybody else's because your mind is directly connected to your body. You need to preserve it, maintain it, and look after it. You are beautiful, and yes, externally beautiful. Your broad shoulders, your larger jaw, your biceps, your stance, your smile. You, as a man, are beautiful.